Hello everyone. Today we are going to start our first chapter and which is nutrition in plants. Okay, so this is the chapter from our first unit called food. Okay, so let's start. So first we have to understand what is nutrition means. Okay, what is nutrition means. So let's start first the discussion here. See, living things or other organism have some basic characteristics that differentiate them from the non-living things. We know those factors of ecosystem, they perform life processes like nutrition, okay, like growth, reproduction, excretion, okay, whatever the life process they perform, this life process separates or like living matter from the non-living things. Okay, these characteristics are called, okay, are life characteristics or life processes, and we discuss about the 7 life processes, okay, like nutrition, reproduction, growth, excretion, respiration. Then we have the movement, motion, or so we have different life processes which are performed by only living things, not by non-living things. So this is the basic difference between living and non-living things. Some of the life characteristics are, okay, so one of them is called as nutrition. Okay, we have different life processes. One of them is we have nutrition, and this is our chapter. So few examples we have here: nutrition, respiration, growth, response to the stimulus is nothing but sensation. It is also called as sensation. Sensation. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to understand, okay, important point that we are going to cover over here. So first we will understand about the nutrition. Then we will discuss about autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition and replenishment of the like nutrition in the soil. We will discuss all these points in this chapter. Okay, so we have some questions here. Okay, see, see, this is the diagram which represents the students. They are walking around and performing different activities. Okay, so here we had to see some questions. One task is given here. Circle any 5 life characteristics displayed in the living things in the picture below. Okay, so see here, first one bird is feeding other bird. So here we have nutrition. Is it? These students, they are performing the motion. Okay, so here we have the movement. Okay, see here. See that picture is not
bench is eating.
yes. So if it is, yes, it is eating means nothing but again the nutrition. Okay, see, these students, they are like breathing also. Is it? All the students, they are breathing, so it is respiration. Is it or not? Respiration. Human being also, they used to reproduce, so here we can say new plants are being formed. Again, it is due to the reproduction. Okay, here that plant perform the photosynthesis. Again, it is the nutrition, is nothing but the life process. Okay, so see, in answer here we have, see here, it is given in like answer are given over here. Can you read that? The hatching of eggs. See here, in nest, as you can see here, these eggs are hatched and these chickens are being formed here. So it is again here we have reproduction. Okay, so see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and see here, plants are being growing, you know, like when we used to like sow the seed in the garden, plant height and root height, like the depth also increases. So here it is a growth. Yes, yes. Okay, so these are the 5 life topics. Beta?
Even dispersal, sir, like leaves fall off from the.
Yes. So here we have the boy eating fruit, which is nothing but the nutrition. So this is the nutrition. Here we have the reproduction. Okay, then the girl
Doing pranayama.
yes, the girl doing pranayam is nothing but the breathing, means respiration, and it is yes, respiration is given here. People they are jogging, means it is the locomotion, means the movement. Okay, and the green plant grow. Okay, so respiration as well as nutrition is given here. So in this picture, we can see different kinds of life processes which are performed here. Is it everyone? So any doubt beta in this part? If you have any kind of doubt related to the picture, you can ask now. Now we are going to understand what is nutrition is. So very important, it is the important life process which are performed by living organism. Okay, so organism they need continuous energy supply in order to grow, in order to sustain the life. In order to stay alive, every living organism require energy, and that energy is being derived from the food they eat. Okay, this energy is obtained from the food they eat. The substance broken down at every stage from complex substance to simpler form, this is nothing but the chemical process, okay, and which takes place in the body of an organism to provide energy to individual cells, okay, and that material that we use to eat is called as food. Okay, so that food we are eating every day, we used to churn that food. Churning process is nothing but breaking down the complex food into the simpler form. So when food is moving from mouth to esophagus, esophagus to stomach, stomach to small intestine, large intestine. So at every stage, food is being broken down from complex to simpler form. Okay, but in large intestine, digestion process doesn't work there. Okay, it stops completely. Only the absorption of water and salt takes place. Otherwise, till small intestine, digestion of food and absorption of nutrition takes place. Okay, the process by which, see, very important, this is the definition of nutrition. The process by which food is taken by an organism and utilize it by the body to stay alive is called as nutrition. That process is called as nutrition. Very important definition. This is for the nutrition. Okay. There are two main modes of nutrition. First one is autotrophic nutrition and second one is heterotrophic nutrition. So here, first we are going to understand about the autotrophic nutrition. Very important. So do concentrate. All the green plant and blue-green algae, okay, they make their own food through the process called photosynthesis. We will discuss photosynthesis in detail later on. So you just have to understand here, okay. So photo means the light and synthesis means to put together, means to form, okay. So the process by which food is formed in presence of light is called as photosynthesis. By using water, carbon dioxide, and in presence of chlorophyll, this action is performed by the plant. This process is called as photosynthesis. The mode of nutrition in which organism makes their own food is called as autotrophic nutrition. Okay, means those plant and blue-green algae, they prepare their own food. That's why they perform autotrophic nutrition, means they do not depend on other organism for their food. That's why they are autotrophic nutrition. Organisms that follow the autotrophic mode of nutrition are called as autotrophs, and those plant or organism that perform autotrophic nutrition are called as autotrophs. Auto means the self and trophs means the nutrition. Okay, everyone, autotrophs, self nutrition. Okay, So we have one activity here that we have to like understand that activity. Okay. So what is the aim of the activity? The main aim of activity is to show the green plant containing chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll is responsible for the photosynthesis. Okay. Okay. So what are the material we require? The leaf, the green one with two colors should be variety or maybe of hibiscus and or any other plant like coleus. Then we require a beaker, then beaker stand, then Bunsen burner, okay, test tube, water, alcohol, and iodine solution. So these are the material we require to perform that particular experiment. Okay, so first in method we are going to understand the first point. Okay, what is first point? Place a beaker about 3 to 4 full of water. See, you can like till here you have to take water, okay, on the stand and boil the water. So you have to arrange that. See, here we have the tripod stand, here we have the net, okay, which provide constant heat energy to the bottom of that beaker, and we have to fill that water up to over here, okay, and we have to keep that leaf over here and we have to boil that. So when we will boil, what will happen here? Okay, after that, what will happen? So place the leaf in this water of about 2 minutes and soften the leaf. Okay, so we have to boil up to 2 minutes, so by which leaf will become soft. Then take the leaf out and put in the test tube about 3/4 full alcohol. Then see, this is that one water and here we have the alcohol. Okay, here we have alcohol, and we had to keep over here again alcohol up to here, and we had to dip that leaf over here. So what will happen here? We will see in next slide. See, place this test tube in very hot water for about 10 minutes. Okay, after putting in alcohol, again we had to like place that leaf into another beaker having hot water here. This is the hot water. And here we had to keep that leaf for about 10 minutes. Okay, here we have to keep that leaf for 10 minutes. The alcohol warms up, it will remove the chlorophyll. See, what will happen here when we will keep that leaf in alcohol? So alcohol will remove the chlorophyll. Okay, that will remove the chlorophyll from the leaf. Okay, from the leaf, and make almost colorless. So due to which green color will decolorize. Okay, the green color of the leaf will get decolorized. Okay, everyone, you're getting the point. Take the leaf out and add 4 drops of iodine solution on the surface. Okay, now we are going to observe what are the changes takes place there. Okay, so on adding the iodine solution, the colorless portion shown no change. Okay, so there is no color is formed. We have to add iodine, so there is no change of color takes place. Okay, whereas the green portion turns blue and black in color, but that iodine when goes to that particular region where chlorophyll is present, okay, that becomes black in color. Okay, so what is the conclusion behind that? So conclusion is starch is present only in the green area. Okay, that means that starch present in that particular green area, which represents that chlorophyll perform photosynthesis and forms the starch by this process. Okay, so where chlorophyll is present, okay, and that particular leaf area, that becomes dark black in color due to the presence of starch. Okay, thus the green part of the leaves contain chlorophyll, can perform the photosynthesis and makes the food. So by this activity we understood that the green part of the leaf which becomes the black in color, that black color is due to the presence of carbohydrate called starch beta. Okay, so it shows that green part of the plant contain chlorophyll and which perform the photosynthesis, and in photosynthesis glucose is formed. So this is the conclusion of the the experiment. Understood everyone? So I want everyone have to take like one. Now I'm going to show you one video by which you can understand how like or we can say the green plant they perform the photosynthesis and the glucose is formed here. So please do watch this video properly.
Produce glucose through photosynthesis. The excess glucose is then converted into starch, which is the reserved food material in plants. Let us do a small experiment to test the presence of starch in leaves. We need a leaf, boiling water, alcohol, iodine solution, test tube, spirit lamp.
Instead of spirit lamp, we can take that Bunsen burner also. That is nothing
Take a
but the
leaf
same.
from a plant that has been exposed to sunlight for several hours. Place the leaf in boiling water. This will kill the leaf, disrupt the cell membrane, and soften the cell walls, allowing the iodine to enter the cells and react. Now put the leaf in a test tube and cover it with alcohol.
Sir, can you rewind for some time? My computer got off for.
Keep the test tube in the boiling water. The chlorophyll slowly dissolves into the alcohol. Note that alcohol turns green. Removal of chlorophyll will help us observe the color change of iodine clearly. Place the bleached leaf in a petri dish. Pour iodine solution over it. Note the color of the leaf. It changes to dark green. This is because iodine combines with starch present in the leaf and forms a violet-colored complex. This shows that starch is present in leaves. Now cover a leaf with a black paper for a couple of days and do the same test. See if it still has starch.
Now we are going to understand the photosynthesis process. Again, it is really very important. Okay, so the term photosynthesis was coined by the Charles Red Barnes. Okay, very important name. Just you have to remember. In 1893, plant takes the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and water from the soil, and water reacts with carbon dioxide in the presence of light, okay, like sunlight, and chlorophyll to produce the sugar and oxygen. This process is called as photosynthesis. Okay, so the sugar so produced is stored in the form of starch in various part of the plant. Okay, and oxygen is being released into the atmosphere. This oxygen is very important. Okay, and we like maintain the oxygen level of the environment so that other organism can breathe that. Okay, so this is the photosynthesis process. Okay, so see here, the light energy which is coming from the sun contain radiant energy. Plant they absorb carbon dioxide from the surrounding and water from the soil. Okay, and they convert that carbon dioxide and water into the food that called starch. Okay, the sugar, and oxygen is being released into the surrounding. Okay, this process is called as beta photosynthesis. This process is called as photosynthesis. Understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so here we have the reaction, how we can represent the reaction. So here we have carbon dioxide reacts with water, okay, in presence of light and chlorophyll. It forms sugar, and sugar is stored in the form of starch, okay, and oxygen is being released. This process is called as photosynthesis, okay. So the process of using the energy of light to convert water and carbon dioxide into sugar and oxygen, this process is called as photosynthesis. So this is the short definition for the photosynthesis. Okay, we have to understand conditions necessary for the photosynthesis. What are the conditions? So number one, the general condition for the photosynthesis are the presence of green pigment called chlorophyll must be present. Okay, then there is presence of light, that sunlight also. This is the second necessary condition. Availability of carbon dioxide around the plant is very important, and availability of water. Okay, these are the four conditions which requires by the plant in order to perform the photosynthesis. Okay, what is chlorophyll? It is usually present in the leaves in structure called chloroplast. Okay, so chlorophyll present in the leaf in the structure called chloroplast. What is light? The light energy is absorbed by the chlorophyll, and that converts into chemical energy. That chemical energy then stored in the form of food by using water and carbon dioxide. Okay. Then here we have the structure of the leaf. Okay, if we can see the microscopic structure of leaf, okay, so it looks like this. Okay, so this is the cell. Okay, they are, you can see here different kind of that ball like structure. You can see this is nothing but the cell, and outer covering of cell is called as cell membrane or plasma membrane. So here we have, this is the stomata by which gaseous exchange takes place. They absorb carbon dioxide and releases oxygen from stomata only. Okay, here we have two guard cell which controls the opening and closing of stomata. Okay, and here we have different veins in order to transport the food and water. Okay, and this is the chloroplast. As you can see here, the dotted structure inside it is called as chloroplast. Okay, everyone. Okay, one fact we are going to cover here, very important fact. On an average, there are about 5 lakh chloroplasts are square millions of the leaf. Okay, per square millimeter of the leaf. See, millimeter is very small part. Okay, so per square millimeter area contain about 5 lakhs chloroplast. Understood everyone? This is the millimeter area, mm, millimeter. Okay, so here 1 millimeter, here. So that particular area contain 5 lakh chloroplasts. Okay, everyone, this is the fact. Okay. Do reply, everyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now we are going to understand first the carbon dioxide. Then, okay. So it is obtained from the atmosphere, because when organism they used to breathe, they release, like animal and human being, they used to release carbon dioxide and they absorb oxygen. Okay, so that oxygen is being converted into carbon dioxide during the oxidation process of hydrocarbons, and that carbon dioxide is being used by the plant in photosynthesis. Okay, so the carbon dioxide is obtained from the atmosphere through the small opening called a stomata. So plant they contain small opening called stomata on the dorsal surface of leaf, mostly present on the underside of the leaf. Okay, that underside means the dorsal surface. Okay, each stomata is bounded by the two half moon shaped guard cell. Okay, these guard cell are very important. They control the opening and closing of stomata. So here we have the closed stomata and here we have open stomata. Okay, the guard cell regulates the opening and closing of the stomata. Okay, when there is enough air and water in the guard cell wall, which swells up and curve away from each other. Okay, then the stomata opens. Okay, and this allow the carbon dioxide to enter inside the cell and to release oxygen outside the cell. Okay, so this is the important work of the guard cell. Okay, next we have water. The root system of the plant enables from them to obtain the water from the soil. So root are the medium by which they absorb water, means the plant absorb water and use that water for the photosynthesis. The root system consists the main or the primary root, okay, or rootlets or secondary roots. So this is the primary root and these are the secondary roots. Okay, and the root hairs also. So here we have the minute structure. You can say they are the root structure, root hairs. So root hair increases the surface area of the root in order to absorb more water and found in the great number near the tip of the roots. Okay, so on the tip they contain like many root hairs. As you can see, this is the root hair, and on the tip they contain large in number, so that they can increase the surface area to increase more water absorption. So water and soluble nutrients travel through the root system and reaches to the leaf in order to use in photosynthesis process. Okay, so see here we have the structure of the root system. Okay, then that water soluble nutrients are transported from root to various part of the plant through the structure called xylem cell. So we have xylem cell in plant. They help in transportation of water from root to various part of the plant, and the sugar formed in the result of photosynthesis is transported to various parts of the plant by the structure called phloem cell or phloem tissue. So in plant we have xylem and phloem cell which controls the transportation of material. So phloem controls the transportation of food and xylem controls the or regulates the transportation of water in plants. So this is all about the photosynthesis. So if anyone have doubt, you can ask the question here. So here we have completed the autotrophic nutrition. So by next video, we will continue the heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.